Santa Fe. The music, the love. I'm just getting filled up here. So how many of you love that song? Yeah, right? Anybody know who was the writer of it? Who was? Bill Withers. Very good. What year? Come on now. Nope. Go up. 70-something. 72. That's it. 72 was the year. And that was 53 years ago. 53 years ago. And it was a classic then, and it's a classic now. It's one of those songs that is a forever song. And it means so much because how many of you ever have needed somebody to lean on, right? And we've all been there. I mean, if I didn't have this congregation, I wouldn't be standing here right now today because I've had some rough times in the last few years. And I have people that are there for me. And I would hope that I am also there for you and that you can lean on me anytime. I'm here for spiritual counseling, for prayer, and I make care connection calls. And you can also call me. It's funny because I make the calls out, but you can call me anytime you need a friend. That is part of my presence of being here. And just wanted you to know that. So we are going back in time. We're going back in time, not quite 53 years from the song, but we're going back close to that, 48 years. And so we're going to do a little bit of short history of Unity Santa Fe because it is our birthday, and it's nice to know where did we originate from and where have we progressed to be where we are today. So I'm going to call up our board to come on up, and they're going to share. We're going to come on up, board, and starting at the end, we'll have Jeannie Coffrin. Yes, grab the mic. And so Jeannie Coffrin is our board president, followed by Kim Taylor. Kim, just stand a little bit more forward so you're not in the fire flame thing. That would be one heck of a birthday. So we have Jeannie Coffrin, the president. We have Kim Taylor, who is our vice president. David Verdin, who is our treasurer. And Terry Caldwell. Good to see you, Terry, as our secretary. Tammy, my brain, it's in there. Or it's still Orr. She didn't change her last name. Okay, Tammy Orr is our assistant treasurer, and we have our board at large, Bill Glasser. Okay, now I did that. I'm done. Okay, and start us off, Jeannie. Tell us the history here.
All right, so Unity Santa Fe, founded by Reverend Gene Beggs in 1974 as a study group, was incorporated as a church on October 11th, 1977, and became a member of the Association of Unity Churches International, now Unity Worldwide Ministries, in 1978. Reverend Gene was the minister for 10 years. Over the next 20 years, Unity Santa Fe was the church on wheels in numerous locations served by several ministers. During this time, attendance at our Sunday services waxed and waned between 25 and 70 people. When the church moved on or a minister left, attendance dropped.
As a licensed Unity teacher, Brendalyn Batchelor was commissioned by the Board of Trustees as spiritual leader of the Unity Santa Fe in December 1994. She was ordained in February 2000 upon completion of the Association of Unity Churches International Field Licensing Program. 6 months after Brendalyn became minister, the church moved to the Santa Fe Women's Club, where we remained for 5 years, the longest time we had ever spent in one location. When the Women's Club was put up for sale in 1997, we began a year-long church search to rent, purchase, or build a facility where we could settle.
The La Cachera Market at 1108 La Cachera Road, which is now 1212 Unity Way, kept showing up as the most feasible option. After 3 rounds of deciding no, we received a most generous donation that made it possible to say yes. Yes, to this Middle Eastern grocery store and delicatessen that was designed to look like a northern New Mexico church. In the community room is a painting of the original building by renowned artist Jean-Claude Gougy, who drew the sketch of the painting while sitting on a bale of hay in the parking lot during the renovation.
After a unanimous vote at our membership meeting, we began negotiating the purchase of the building, and with awe-inspiring miracles continue to unfold, we closed escrow on our new home on October 30th, 1998. Over the next 9 months of labor, which we call sweat equity, we finished the renovation and transformation of the building and celebrated the birth of our church and our dreams. The first service on Sunday, May 15, 1999, was an incredibly joyful occasion with a full house. Seating capacity is 150.
Construction of a building addition, including the bell tower, bookstore, classrooms, restroom, and expanded minister's office, was completed in June 2002. We purchased an acre lot across the road from the church on March 3rd. We sold this lot to Journey Montessori School on January 31st, 2018. All who have served and attended over the years brought this church home into physical reality because of first building the church of our dreams in consciousness, knowing that as we continued to build this consciousness, it would become real. Under the visionary leadership of Reverend Brendolyn Batchelor, Unity Santa Fe became a thriving spiritual community. Reverend Brendolyn retired in September 2021.
Reverend Eliza Bloom Robinson served as the transitional minister from June 15th, 2021 to December 15th of 2021. Working with the congregation, the board, and search team in creating healthy closure with Reverend Brendolyn and focusing through conscious awareness of what Unity Santa Fe was calling forth as their next right and perfect minister. Reverend Liz Luoma came to Unity in October 2021 as a ministerial candidate and was offered the minister position. Reverend Liz moved to Santa Fe in November with her first official start day as minister on December 1st, 2021.
Who we are today. Unity Santa Fe is a dynamic, inclusive, spiritual community with an extremely positive approach to God and life, seeing ourselves as more spiritual than religious.
We support people of all faiths to awaken personally and connect with a deep sense of meaning and purpose by applying positive spiritual principles in their daily lives.
We are committed to helping people profoundly transform our world as love in action, actively engaging in community action projects in our community.
Embracing the belief that there is one God called by many different names and found throughout many different paths, our congregation is a beautiful kaleidoscope of people from different religions and races, ethnic and socioeconomic backgrounds, ages, and sexual orientations.
We believe that no matter where a person is on their spiritual journey, Unity Santa Fe provides loving support and guidance to all who enter.
And so it is. Let's give them some love. Yeah. Our board. Woo! Okay, you may be seated. Thank you, board. You're very good with those noise makers. And just FYI, we have two of our board members aren't able to be here today. One is Kathy Jeffress, and she is our keeper of the flame. And what does the keeper of the flame do? Well, that's a good question. Maybe you'll ask me that next week, and I'll look it up. No, it's keeper of the flame is someone who basically keeps the vision and keeps everybody basically, not that they need to, but just that we're not drifting off into something that isn't really the board's work. So they keep that flame going, and we haven't had anyone drifting off, but if we ever did, we'd have somebody there to assist in bringing back. Now, not only in December of 2021 did I come in to the fold, but there was another birth that happened. Anybody know what that birth was? So quiet. The birth of our cyber sanctuary. Our other board member lives in Las Cruces. Isn't that awesome that we have a board member? She's been on the board for, I think, 5 years or 3.5 years or something to that effect. And she is Christina Apodaca. And we had a online presence, but she had this idea that we needed a cyber sanctuary, and she would host it so that she could put things in the chat to be able to engage with people, and then afterwards have some getting together time online on Zoom. So Christina Apodaca, and after about 6 months of running that on her own, created a team. So now I think we have a team of about 5 or so people. And if you ever want to have a way to serve, you basically get trained. It's simple. You let people into the chat, and it's just wonderful. And one of the persons, what did you want to say? Oh, stand up so that we can see you. Yes. So we can always use extra people, and one time a month you get to stay home and stay in your pajamas and be in the service and help other people be a part of that. So we are known as the community different. And what does that mean? What does it mean to be a community different? Well, we're going to find out. But first, we're going to take a moment to close your eyes. And let us just take a moment to stop and to thank everybody who has been a part of Unity Santa Fe from the beginning. And thank them. Just giving them our love and our blessings, whether they're on this side of the veil or if they've passed, because they were all instrumental. No matter how they came to be a part of Unity Santa Fe, we've been blessed by their presence, and we continue to be blessed today. And together we say, and so it is. It's always good, I believe, to honor that which has come before, the history, and to give thanks. And now the question is, who are we today? And today's talk title is actually, We, the People. But I'm changing it to We, the Community Different. We actually had T-shirts made for our Pride Festival that are beautiful T-shirts that say the community different on the back. So the question is, how are we different? I mean, we have services like a church every Sunday, but are we a church? I don't see us as being, I don't like to call Unity a church, even though it resembles a church. However, I like to call us a community. Community fits better in my language. But what makes us a community different? Well, that's the question that we're going to be answering. And the community actually is each and every one of you. Unity Santa Fe is not the minister and it's not the building, although we have our parts in it, and we're just finishing a beautiful restuccoing of the building, which it's looking beautiful. Anybody paid attention to what the building looks like? We should have taken some before and after pictures, to be honest. There is still got a little bit of work to do, but it is definitely needed and it's been much improved. So today being this community different my question is, what makes it different? And you make it different, but I would like to hear from each of you as to what makes this place different. I get to talk supposedly 51 times a year, but what about you? What about hearing your voice and each other's voices? So the plan is today, if I can get this to move with me without taking, am I doing good okay? Dragging things along, pulling the piano? All right. Might have to help that. Thank you, Bill. All righty. So the plan is, your invitation is, you can line up if you're on this side. If you want to spend, and we only have so much time. So can you do what makes Community and Unity Santa Fe different in less than a minute, or up to a minute? So I'm going to invite people to line up on this side, and you come up and you say your name, and then you get to say what it is that you find different about this community than anything else. And then, as that person finishes and walks back to their seat, go ahead, do it, Tashima. There you go. And it's just a way you can clap your hands or just give some acknowledgement. So that's a prime time to just blow your horn to give them some love for their sharing. So we're going to get started right away. If you have something that you want to say, and make it short so that we have as many people as possible, line up on this side and we'll take turns. It'll be one person on this side and then the next person on this side. So come on up, don't be shy. Oh, yeah. And just don't trip over there. And there you go, and just speak right into there.
I'll start us off.
Okay, Bob, and say your name, please.
Bob Courtney, but being a retired Texas trial lawyer, you can't do anything in 1 minute. No lawyer can do anything. But I'll try. I grew up in a Southern Baptist church. We emphasize love, the spirit within us, our blessings, our love and passion for the community. We don't focus on some of the other, what I call the negative, non-positive aspects of some of the other positive Christian congregations. And that's why I've been a member of Unity now since, 2025 years now, from Fort Worth and Santa Fe.
Hi, I'm Karen Roberts. One of my favorite things that we do here at Unity Santa Fe is our candle lighting ceremony at the end. This is the only place that I've ever done something like this where you're not sitting in a pew or a chair and a basket is getting passed when it's time to give of your offerings. You know, we come up here, we light a candle to represent that we are the light of the world. We put it in a bed of salt to represent that we are the salt of the earth. Then we can put our offerings, or if we give online like I do, at least I have my prayer slip to put in the basket. And I just love this part of the ceremony or the service every Sunday. Thank you.
I'm Mark Starr, and what makes this a community different for me is just the welcoming presence that I feel and have experienced in being here. It's the individualized expression of love and creativity that I feel and receive each time I come. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Well, here I am, Anne Assance, an interfaith minister who has explored just about every religion that I know of, at any rate. And I came from a very Orthodox background. And so what I find so comforting, and we all need comfort at this time, is the presence of God that is allowed to be felt in my heart when I come here. There are no borders. There are no boundaries. There are no rules. God is unconditional love. Let's get with it.
I'm Christine Baker. I've been here since 2001. And what I love about this church is the motto, raise consciousness, transform lives, heal the planet, one person at a time, beginning with me. And I've been working with that since I was 22 years old with a program called the Inner Peace Movement. And when I came to Santa Fe, I had disconnected from all of that. And the welcoming energy here and our circle. When we make that circle and we sing the songs, I know every one of you is going out to do that. And that's why I'm here.
Hi, I'm Terry Caldwell, and I'm relatively new to Unity, and I just have to say, the minute I walked in, the acceptance, the love, and especially the joy that's demonstrated among everybody, not just every Sunday, but in every class and event that we have. It's really freeing to me. I feel at home. I love the what I have learned and what I take away with every service, with every class, and every individual that I have met and have become friends with. And I'm just so thankful. Acceptance is hard to come by sometimes in sometimes even spiritual circles. So I just want to thank each and every one of you, and I want to thank Reverend Liz, and I want to thank I want to thank God that He brought me here. Thank you.
Bill Glasser. This church, this community is the perfect size, I think. There is such a high level of participation among the community here. The soul circles are so good. I just love them. I came from a very strong Catholic background, which I abandoned, and came to Unity, and my Catholic background prepared me for this new thought about Christianity. And that's the message here is so beautiful. And I just am so grateful for that. So thank you.
Good morning. Bright lights, wow. You can't see my heart pounding under my shirt, but I'm Reverend Tracy Moe. I'm also an interfaith minister, interspiritual minister. My mom had an amazing experience when I was a girl, and the Daily Word was on her nightstand as I was growing up. I found a Unity community in North Carolina some decades ago, and I became their music minister and their choir director and got really involved in that community. I've been living in Santa Fe for 6 weeks. This is my 3rd time here. The first time I was here, these 2 men were the music, and they blew my mind. And I thought, oh, yeah, okay. Before I came, I went on your website, and I heard Rev Liz, part of a talk she gave, and my guidance was, wow, yeah, she's shooting it from the hip, and she's got it going on. And so I showed up, and I'm still here. And I want to say this isn't a community different. To me, this is a community familiar, and I thank you all so much.
Boy. I'm Janine, and one of the things I enjoy most about Unity is the individual stories on how everyone got here. I see the people here as not just wonderful Sunday-only people, but wonderful Sunday, 7-day-a-week people who live and walk their talk 7 days a week.
Good morning. My name is John Landstrom. I'm here with my husband, Michael. We're returning as visitors. We were Unity members back in 2012, 13, 14. And I walked into Unity one day in April 2012. I had just gotten sober and in recovery, and I walked in and Reverend Brendel was doing one of the steps, and I went, oh my gosh. And we became very active. And being back here, I'm getting a little verklempt because I see so many familiar faces and feel so embraced, and to speak after Janine is just fills my heart. Anyway, I just wanted to say hello, good morning, namaste. Michael and I have to leave in a moment because we're overcommitting ourselves as we're trying to figure out how we can move back to Santa Fe. Now we live in Duluth, Minnesota, but we want to be back here. So thank you.
I'm Jeannie Coffrin, still, and I was in Cyber Sanctuary in Farmington, New Mexico, watching what was going on in this room in my pajamas, drinking coffee, and I decided I need to be in that room with those people because it feels completely different. Cyber Sanctuary is wonderful, and if you're in Farmington, that's what you got. But it is incredible to be in this room with the energy that is in here. And even when we all walk out of the sanctuary, the energy still lives in here. It's palpable when you come in the building, and it's beautiful. And I am so grateful that I moved here for this community. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Debbie Bryant, and I'm here because I adore Bill and Bob and their music. No, I'd say, actually, my grandparents knew the Fillmores, and I grew up in Kansas City, so I go way back in the Unity tradition. And but I'd say that the people here are still my friends when we walk out the door. And I've done incredible things like with Janet and Janine, watched them give so much and been by their sides, and they've returned so much to me. But I also am grateful for what we're giving to the community now under Reverend Liz. She's implemented taking 10% of what we give and giving it to worthwhile organizations here. And I always felt like we weren't doing enough for our community. And now I feel like we're really taking positive steps to give back. And thank you, Reverend Liz, and thank you to all of you who have just been incredible friends. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kay Christopher, and I've been involved with Unity for about 45 years. And when I look back on how much it's affected me developmentally through all those years, it's just been this foundation for all of that time. And being able to, in my mind, come to the 5 principles in moments of difficulty or stress or when I'm confused or falling off track, all I have to do is come back to those 5 principles and I'm centered again. And that's amazing to have something like that you can come to every time. And the community and all the friends that I've made over all these years have been so amazing. And one of the most important things I've ever done is become a parent. And one of the most precious things my son has ever said to me, and I will cry, but he said in a note he wrote to me one time, he said, "You gave me agency. I had to look it up. The capacity to design his life and to live a life from his spirit based on his integrity, his wholeness, his truth. And my ability to show him that came from Unity. And the final thing I would like to say is I have friends of all persuasions, and I'm so grateful there's a place where everyone is welcome. Everyone who walks in the door is loved. unconditionally. And it's such a special thing because that's certainly not the case everywhere. And it's such a joy to walk here into this place and have that be the reality.
Am I on? Yeah. So for Virginia, you'll be our final person. So
Okay.
go ahead, Susan.
So I'm Susan Asher, and I've been coming to Unity for many years. Wanda probably knows how many. I'd have to look it up, at least since 2015 or before. One of the things I treasure about this community is that we support one another collectively and individually in our own awakening. No one needs to be saved. We are all awakening together.
Hi, I'm Virginia Ellen, and I've been involved in Unity in many, many communities because I moved a lot and traveled a lot. And I've done a lot of Sunday sermons in Unities and classes and so forth. But this particular church, it's going to make me cry, is so full of love and joy. You can't not, no matter what's going on in your life, if you come in this room, you will be lifted up and celebrate life. So thank you.
Bill, can you take this as I complete up? Thank you so much, Bill. Well,
we have a couple comments on Zoom.
We have a couple comments on Zoom. All right. And I forgot to say that. And so, Jessica, you must have assisted with that.
Okay,
And,
so Margaret Jareen says, I am thankful for a community that welcomes the diversity of my family. I'm thankful for a church that allows me to explore many ideas and aspects of spirituality. Most grateful for Unity. That's
thank
from
you,
Margaret Jareen.
That's from Margaret. Let's give some.
And then from Catherine Donovan, she says, I'm grateful that the Zoom service allows me to stay connected to my spiritual community and to be able to serve as a care team host and prayer practitioner.
Yeah.
I am thankful, this is from Lorelei. I am thankful for Unity Santa Fe, for the welcoming spiritual connection, and I'm grateful to God for leading me toward a connection that makes sense. After years of experiencing beliefs that did not align with mine, I finally feel that Unity gets me.
Yeah, right on.
And then from Molly Hoover, it's all about the people I've been attending for 25 plus years. Didn't know a soul at Unity when I first walked in the door, and now I am fortunate and grateful to have so many forever friends. Like Catherine, I am thankful for the Zoom option that allows me to enjoy the Sunday services.
Yeah, thank you, Molly.
And that's all.
And that's it. Well, that was pretty incredible. Let's give each other a hand. These came in handy today, and you had somewhere to do that with every person who shared. So I want to thank everybody who shared. You came from your heart, and that's what we're all about. It's the heart. And I wrote down a few things that I thought made us different, but I think you all covered most of them. Love in Action, we've got 26 plus service teams that everybody participates in, and some people are on more than one. And so if you want to be more in this community, take part in that. We've got the soul circles. I know Bill mentioned that, and we're going to have that there's an E-squared book that we're going to be doing over the fall, and we'll be having facilitator sign-ups upcoming in a few weeks, and then we'll have participant sign-ups for those that have chosen to be facilitators. And I would say that everything has been said. The only thing I think that wasn't said, but perhaps is what makes the community different, is how many ministries do they end the service with yippee-doo and yippee-done? So from Reverend Yippee Doo and Yippee Done, we are a community different yet familiar. I liked hearing that. And the truth is, we are family, and I hesitate sometimes to say family because there are some of us that have dysfunctional families that may have been like, I don't know if I want to call it a family, but in some sense we are family and we have each other to lean on, and we are a community different and we are family, and so it is. So it is.